Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. Today I'm going to be using the Shadowscapes tarot deck. And before I get started in the reading, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be part of a telesummit, and I'm going to be giving a talk on how to use your tarot cards to tap into your intuition. So I'm going to put the link to that telesummit in the description of my video if you're interested. Okay, so let's start with the first card, and this one represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week, and we've got the Knight of Cups. And I love this card. This is I always think of this card as being a very artistic card, and the message is always to follow your heart with things, but to really engage that artistic side of yourself, and don't let, fear hold you back, and don't let the more practical part of your nature hold you back when it comes to artistic expression. So if there's some form of artistic expression that you've been thinking about engaging in but just haven't, the beginning of the week is a really good time to start taking steps towards that, whether it's just, buying art supplies or getting a book on creative writing or just starting a project and getting into it. So the beginning of the week is all about sort of getting in touch with that more artistic side of yourself. But the other message with this card is to always follow your I'm going to say follow your heart, but that's not really what I'm trying to say. Follow your desire and kind of go in the direction that you feel most excited about and where you feel like you're being pulled. And the next card represents the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. And we have another court card. We've got King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is much more grounded than the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can sometimes be a little bit airy-fairy. He's sometimes very romantic. And the Knight of Pentacles is more practical and much more grounded. So as you progress through the week, you'll have that experience of sort of feeling that more mature, rational, practical side of yourself coming through. And so the middle of the week with the King of Pentacles is about getting things in order, particularly finances. And another thing I'm getting with this card is it's going to be important for you to get organized in your home and your office. So if you have a lot of clutter and a lot of sort of unfinished projects and junk around, you want to clear that up. And take care of any financial things too, like any kind of bookkeeping. If you've kind of fallen behind on that, and I know I have, you want to focus on getting things sort of organized and cleaned up. And another thing I get with this card is the middle of the week is probably going to be a time where you're going to be doing more decision making than you normally do. And perhaps even more planning. So, planning your schedule for the next month, or planning projects or vacations or whatever. But you're going to be doing more planning and more decision making than you normally would on an average day. And it's important to take a very practical, rational, mature approach to making decisions. So even though we've got the sort of romantic, airy-fairy, artistic energy of the Knight of Cups here at the beginning of the week, when it comes to making decisions, don't be afraid to really listen to your head and your heart, but you want to be mature and rational in your choices. And then moving on to the end of the week, so the weekend, so we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is represented by the Three of Wands. And I love this card. I'm going to bring it closer so you can really see. This is all about gaining perspective and taking a detached approach. So as you can see, the figure is on a ledge and she's looking, she's very high, she's looking down on this this valley and this stream. And it's about getting perspective and stepping back from the big picture so you can see the big picture. When you're in the picture, you can't necessarily see it because you're experiencing it. So there's times when you're really going to be experiencing life and you're going to be right in the thick of things. And then there's times when you're going to kind of step back to get some wisdom and some perspective. And whenever it's time to make a decision or to make plans, like I kind of talked about with the King of Pentacles, it's helpful for you to get that distance. It's very hard to make plans and decisions when you're right in the middle of things and you feel like you're being pulled every which way. So the weekend will be about getting some kind of distance. So whatever you need to do for yourself to get that distance, go for it. So it might mean, you know, a little more time alone, or it could mean, you know, journaling about things, writing things down, if that helps you put things in perspective. But whatever helps you kind of detach from what's going on. And if there's something that you're working towards, like if there's a goal that you're working on, or you really want something to happen, the more you detach from that outcome, the quicker you will reach your goal, or, you know, the easier the whole process is going to be for you the more that you detach. If you're really invested in something to the point where you have sleepless nights over it, or you get sick at the prospect that you might not attain this goal, then you know that it's time for you to kind of take a step back and get more perspective. Okay, so I'm just going to look at all these cards together and see if anything else jumps out at me. I feel like there's a nice balance between male and female energy here. We have the Knight and the King, which is male energy, but Cups are a very female suit, and it speaks more to, you know, intuition, creativity, and being open and receptive. And I think that's another key here, is that you want to enter the week with a certain amount of openness and receptivity. So being open to other people's ideas, suggestions, and letting go of your own agendas. That's really going to help you this week. And I also see with the King of Pentacles, this is really about letting those in our life who embody this King of Pentacles nature, so maybe older people or just people in your life that are really strong, solid, stable people, letting those people influence you, and maybe even asking them for advice. If you feel like you don't know what to do in a particular situation or you need help, you can always rely on those people this week for guidance and for advice. And the weekend, of course, is exciting. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is also about stepping back after you've put a lot of energy and work into something, stepping back and enjoying the fruits of your labor, as well as making a decision on whether you want to continue forward or whether you want to take a different path, or whether, you know, you want to change course. So it's a moment of reward, but also contemplation. Okay, so this has been your weekly tarot card reading. My name is Kate, and you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, for daily tarot readings and videos and articles on how to read tarot cards. So once again, have a beautiful week, and thank you so much for joining me.